Yo, shout out to everybody here in the building, man. We appreciate you guys. Whether you're watching on Raider Nation Unlimited with Wasting Talent or you over here watching at the OakLosVegas Raiders Network, make sure you wipe them feet, pay your bar tabs, meaning hit them thumbs up, and also subscribe to both channels. We got our brother, man, Paul in the building. We brought back the Winner's Circle podcast. We haven't done an episode in a minute. Our brother's been having a lot going on as of late. And we definitely got to pick your brain about some things. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. Just blessed. I went to church this morning. Just obviously that's always a good start to my week. But I've been good, man. Just traveling and just locked in. As you can tell, I ain't had a haircut in like 2 weeks.
Everybody wolfing, bro.
Hey, I got my first one yesterday, bro, in like about 2-3 weeks myself. So yeah,
hey, I ain't gonna lie though, bro. Like if I had your beard, I'd be an R&B singer right now. I would not be an NFL agent.
I gotta tell you this too. So yesterday, man, we always text back and forth, and I put in an extra prayer for you yesterday because I know you got a lot of stuff going on, business wise, personal. It's funny because I didn't send you the picture, but yesterday we went to Shields over there in the Colony. It's this big sports store, right? I said a prayer for you yesterday morning, like, God, look out for my brother, man. You know what I mean? Make sure he's cool with all his business dealings and in life. So we go over there. We're throwing the football around at this big grassy area where I take the boys all the time, right? Throwing to my son. My son says, Dad, that jersey, what is that? And it's this little kid. He had a Jeffrey Simmons jersey on.
Word.
Yeah, swear on everything I love, bro. If I'm lying, I'm dying right now. So I looked at that and I was like, that's a sign right there, man. Like that was really dope. And I told my son, I said, Elijah, that's Paul. That's Mr. Paul's, man's. You know what I'm saying? He represents him. He was like, oh, that's so cool. No. Because he asked about the jersey first. I had already seen it and was like, wow, that's dope. But when he mentioned it, I was like, wow, that's really cool, man. So
you have to get him a jersey, bro. I'm gonna give him a wristband, man. I got him right. I gotta make sure we spread the movement.
Yeah. The jersey can go on the wall. He can't wear it, but it can go on the wall though.
Oh
no. Hey, I got some of those. You gave me some at church. I gave them to him, bro. They got them in the room already lined up and everything. But I need one for myself because I gave them all to them. So
I got you. Bro.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul, look, man. You know what, man? I don't mean to just dive right into the business end of this thing here, man. But brother, business is picking up. Tomorrow, everything is about to start happening. How prepared are you guys, man? I know you saw what happened, down the street from y'all. The Washington Redskins read up a guy that's in the same positional group. I know you saw that deal. I know you're paying attention, man. I mean, what are your thoughts on the deal that just happened, man? What are your thoughts on that, man?
And not just that. Shout out to Wasted and shout out to Lewis because he's talking about the super on the screen. But why, again, as Jeffrey Simmons' agent, why do you feel he should be the top player paid in that market? I want to know firsthand. This is a friend to friend, brother to brother. This is a guy that podcaster to guest. Why should he be the top paid guy in the market? And to go along with Waste's question.
Well, let me first off say, man, hats off to Deron Payne. That's an excellent payday for that guy. He played on that 5th-year option.
Yeah.
Right. And Jonathan Allen actually got paid before him. He got 4 for 72. So Payne went out there, showed up, 11.5 sacks, I think, played, he did what he had to do in a contract year. So I just want to give him a big shout out and to his agent, Joel Siegel, who's one of the absolute best in the business.
Definitely.
I think a lot of people, hopefully I can get to that point where people are nervous to do a deal before me. I think everybody knew Joel also represents Dexter Lawrence as well. So he's proven. Yeah. And I just want to give that camp a shout out because, it's one thing about this business, man. You get to a second contract and get paid. That means you've done something right.
Definitely.
90, 22.5, 60 guaranteed. It'll be interesting to see the structure of the payment. If you look at Jonathan Allen's contract, he got paid a big signing bonus. If you look at it, like 40 million or 30 something signing bonus early. So it'll be interesting to see the 3-year cash flow. But just looking at it, 66.6% guaranteed money. Great contract for him.
90 mil combined. Was it 3-year? Was it 4-year?
4-year extension.
90 mil. 60.
Just
60 guarantee. That's a great contract, man.
It's a really good deal. Solid, efficient. He deserves it. To your question, last time I was on the show, I think I made a quote that said, you don't worry about the market. We are the market. I still feel that an agent's best friend is a great player. And right now, sir, Jeffrey Simmons is making my job as a point guard very, very easy. Right? So I just want to be unequivocal. Wasted. That's a good word for you. I just want to be unequivocal when I say that I'm not even sitting here in a position to help somebody get paid, if whenever that may be. Because y'all seen the reports that saying he was contract negotiations that started. I'm not gonna speak to that. That's not, but what I'm saying is whenever that time comes, him being such a great player makes my job that much easier.
Yeah.
So, but specifically, let's talk about just first year. You can almost throw his first year out. He missed the first 7-8 games. He's coming off ACL.
Yeah.
He came back and played that year and made an impact. So, and he's been to the playoffs every year but last year. But played in almost 85% of the snaps over the last 3 years, man.
Yeah.
15 games played, 15 games started last season.
Yep. You look at the percentage of snaps, it's high 80s every time.
Yeah.
And, I think that's big. The best ability is availability. He makes his teammates around him better. The year before, Harold Landry had 16, 17 sacks.
Yeah.
I think it would have been the same for Bud Dupree had Bud been healthy. Archery from the Colts. You look at his stats. I think
former Raider.
Danico Archery.
Before he joined, like his 3 years before playing with Jeff, I think, or 4 years, he had like maybe 18, 19 sacks. His last 2 years, he's had 17.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm not saying that's no knock on him, but obviously it's a little easier when Jeff is taking on 2 every time.
A lot easier.
He's been double teamed more than anybody else in that in that defensive tackle group. If you the
now you can see the numbers. I saw PFF. It's
the numbers
legit.
Don't lie. So he's been double teamed, on a higher percentage. I mean, we can get into the pass rush win rate and the run. He wins a lot in the run. He's the highest on that. Pass, he's not. And you be honest with that, but a lot of that, him not winning all the time, can be attributed to the fact that he's playing more snaps than everybody else.
Yeah. I mean, bro, he has 7 passes defense, forced fumble last year, 7.5 sacks coming up the middle, taking on double and triple teams.
And let's talk about this. He has 7 sacks in 6 games, the first 6 games.
Yeah.
He was on pace to go and get it done. He got hurt. And he just, and that's another reason why you pay a guy. And a lot of times when people run away from the smoke in the contract year or de facto contract year, he still went out there and played. Team was in the middle of a 6-game, 7-game losing streak. He still showed up every game. He could have shut it down and he didn't. Yeah. You look at what he does and what he means to the run defense. Titans' run defense has been number 1 in football the last 2 years. And he's also doing this, and no knock on the defense, but there's no just like look at the secondary and the other people on the defense, like D-Payne and them. That's all pros across that D line.
Yeah.
Everybody else, Jeff is he's elevating those pieces around him. DeMarcus Walker, I believe last year, he was signed off. He wasn't. He's about to get a pay raise this next year.
Yeah.
7 sacks last year. So
he about to help one of those linebackers get paid in free agency this year too.
I think what Jeff does, man, for everybody, David Long, everybody eats around Jeff, and he's a team guy. We can sit here and talk about the sacks that he doesn't get, but if you factor in his playoff performance where he went crazy against Cincinnati, he had 24, 25 sacks in the last, in his career. So I mean, and he's still developing as a pass rusher, right? He got a lot more to his bag than people think, and that's evidenced by the fact that he had 6-7 sacks so early last year. It was a double-digit sack season. He's going to be a double-digit sack guy. He's going to be the top run defender every year. You know what you're getting. And interior defense, interior pressure, quarterbacks, if you ask any quarterback, what do they hate more? It's interior pressure. Yeah. Because, when that center on your lap, the outside rush, you can step up, move around. He's been a force. He's dominant, consummate professional, team leader, bro, and he wants to be there. So there's no knock on anybody else. But And if you don't believe the numbers, like if you're not a PFF guy, that's cool. Turn on the damn tape.
Yeah, the eye test, you see it every day.
On the tape and ask anybody. Like we know we're not in the biggest market, right? We're not in that big New York market or all that. So maybe people, bro, is hands down. If I'm talking just across the board, the most complete defensive tackle in football. We talk passes defense too. Like
that's what I said. 7 passes defense. I said that initially when we start talking, and that was really my point. That's showing you that he is getting in the lap of the quarterback consistently. Consistently, bro. And that is a beautiful, beautiful thing.
And another thing, bro, and just so another thing, watch the tape, bro. Watch how when they throwing those little screens. There's been plenty of times jumped and ran 30 yards up the field and made the tackle. So like the effort and the things that don't show up in the stats. Like sometimes, the dominance ain't meant by sacks. You got guys who have 13, 14 sacks and they weren't just dominant. Like Jeffrey Simmons can wreck a whole game. You can't run the ball. You can't play. You can't do nothing with him.
I don't want to have you talk about certain things you can't speak of, but I do want to ask you this. With Tennessee clearly hitting the reset button, right? I mean, Derrick Henry potentially out of there. AJ gone last year. Long. Bud Dupree's out of there. They're potentially moving on from Ryan Tannehill. They're letting some O-line go. Pro Bowler at that. How does that affect? Does that affect the market? Because at this point, they got to pay somebody, right? I mean, and why not pay your superstar defensive tackle? I mean, there's going to be a lot of money over there in Tennessee. And I don't think they want to allow their best player to even see the market. I mean, the money's going to be there. I know Harold Landry's coming back, which that's definitely going to help the cause. But,
exponentially. Yeah. Now you're going to have a pass rush again.
Yeah, definitely. But how does that affect a market of a player like Jeffrey Simmons that's looking and seeing every other player around him moving on or potentially moving on?
The thing about Jeff, man, he's one of those people. He's loyal.
Yeah.
But I mean, loyalty also comes with a limit, right? I think Rand is doing a great job over there. He's walked into a situation where he has a lot of tough decisions to make. And, I'm not trying to give y'all the Kobe answer, but I'm just saying, like, as far as everything happening around us, Jeff says something before every game. Every time he in the huddle, you'll hear him. He say, "This is about us."
Yeah.
So I think just not really worried about the outsides of who else might get paid. It's like there's a certain amount of money that he knows that he deserves, and I think irrespective of what the team is doing around him, that's what he deserves. So there's not really a focus. Like, you peep and see what the market is doing, but you also know who you are, and when I think more so evaluating the market. You do it because you have to do your homework, right?
Definitely.
Agent, but you still got to know your worth and know your value, irrespective of the market. Because let's say the market don't do nothing. Let's say the Commanders would have he would have earned. Payne would have got 18.5.
Yeah,
that don't mean Jeff worked 19. That you still kind of have to you have to kind of like realize who you are, because you never know what the market is volatile. Yeah. But what's consistent is your tape and who you are.
Yeah.
So some players benefit from the market, like the wide receiver market last year. And you and I had this talk offline.
Yeah.
I said there's a potential that this D tackle market could do what the wide receiver market did. Mm-hmm. And there's still guys. Hargrave.
I was just about to mention him next. I know Javon Hargrave's about to get paid. I know he's 29, 30 years old, somewhere around there. He's going to get cashed out.
Chris Jones is older. Yeah. And, that's what, if I'm Hargrave's agent, I'm going to make that same argument. Like, bro, he's 29, he's 30. Yeah. He got 3 more years in him. I would expect him to sign a 3-year deal.
Easy.
21 to 22. But he's going to get in those 20s, I think. Because somebody's going to have the money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
potentially us.
Yeah, potentially us. But see, look, you got to look at what's going on with your situation and that situation. We're gonna kind of get off of your situation, but from what I see, you have franchise players and you have foundational pieces. There's a difference, right? Like say for instance, Ray Lewis was a foundational piece to propel the Baltimore Ravens and set the tone for like damn near 20 years, right?
Cornerstone talent.
Cornerstones, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mr. Simmons is a cornerstone talent. And I think that, what they're doing is they're setting the table, and this is just my opinion from the outside looking in. They're setting the table to build that team as a physical, run-stopping, tough-nosed, smash-mouth football team, and they're starting with Landry and Simmons. And I've been praying, man, for you guys, for this thing to get wrapped up as soon as possible. I don't really want to put you in a position where you need to divulge things that you can't, but I just want to tell you, from you to me to you, I pray that everything works out tremendously.
We've had that conversation numerous times.
Yeah,
where
it is, but last week you said something to me, man, and I can share this with the people who are watching. When I think about it, man, a lot of people will hit me up. They'll be like, man, this, if and when this deal gets done, it's big for you. I've never really thought about what it would mean for me.
Yeah.
Like I promise you. And that's just, and Jeff will tell you this, anytime he and I talk, man, it's just, I want this for him because I know how much he deserves it. And I know what he went through, growing up, how he grew up, and this gives him an opportunity to go out and play a little bit more free because it's because Jeff, one thing I know about him, when he gets paid, whether that's next year, whenever it's going to be, he's going to go harder for you. He's that type of person, man, that like, once you pay him, you ain't got to worry about him shutting it down. You're going to really have to kick him out the facility. Yeah. And like, bro wants to win championships. Yeah. One of his mentors.
He reminds me of an interior defensive lineman that reminds me of our edge rusher, Max Crosby. Just a dog. That a motor is going to play as hard as he can for his team, wants to be there, loyal to the soil. That's why I'm like, I'm being very, me and Wasted are like, man, we wish somehow, some way he can become a Raider. You know what I mean? Like,
I've been saying that. Man.
Because he's just that kind of guy, man. But I think you two, man, both of your mentalities combined, it's going to happen. You guys
we are with so much alike. Yeah. We were hanging out the other day. We were talking, and he'd see me like, bro, you can relax. You could we both. Like Jeff told me, we was eating crawfish one day, and I still can't get over he eats crawfish with gloves on his hand. I'm never gonna let that go. He's like, bro, he wants the gold jacket. He wants to win championships. Bro, and honestly, he's built a lot like Dame Lillard in the fact that he would prefer to be with one team. That's the preference. Mm-hmm. But people get married every day. They would prefer to be together their whole life. When you get married, you can't tell nobody they're not going to be together, but the chances are that you don't stay with one team your whole career. If you look at the odds, Jerry Rice ended up wearing a Broncos jersey. Yeah. Right? The thing about it, man, is like I said, man, I really want him to have this. I really want it from whenever it happens, but we know our value and he knows his value and we're not going to move off that.
There you go.
We ain't gonna let no market or nothing else dictate.
Talk that shit, Paul. Black Sales, I got you. I'm gonna put a pin in this question, and I'm gonna bring it back because we got a few things in order that we want to talk about. But I'll definitely bring it back. Shout out to my dog, Black Sales. Shout out to Jason Hunter, my dog as well, man. Enjoying the show. Paul is a dog. Talk.
What up, man? I ain't never seen a dog spelt like that either, bro. I like that.
Hey, real quick, because you mentioned crawfish. So Tiff, my wife, the other day said, I've never had crawfish, right? Hey, you got to take us somewhere out here in Dallas, bro.
I got the spots. Look, it's to the point now. As a matter of fact, when Jeff and them get back in town, bro, we literally eat crawfish 3 to 4 times a week when Jeff.
Babe, you hear that?
Like literally.
That's nice, man. That's nice. I know you got the spots down there, right, Paul?
Man, I walk in there, they know me. So the place, I feel bad for giving them a free plug, but it's TJ's Cajun Seafood and Wings, bro.
Oh, see that we need one of them spots, but not the
HB. You know the type of spot it's gonna be when you walk up and somebody asks you for $1 before you go in.
All right, so it's official tissue. Authentic. It's official tissue. If somebody in there has on a Jerry Curl head wrap in the back, it's tissue.
It's a vibe, like the crawfish. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get some crawfish tomorrow. I did just convince me. I'm gonna take myself on a date tomorrow.
Hold on, bro. Where are you going?
We'll talk offline.
Okay, yeah. We gotta link up because now Tiff is like, I need some of that, and because she was talking about going to HEB to get some that new. I'm like, you need to go to an official restaurant, like not a grocery store.
They were advertising it instead of dating.
What up, Till?
Paul said, "What up, Till?"
What's up, Tim?
Along with all my partners' wives and friends, I'm staying in the nope. Whatever she said is correct. But you know,
she back here dying right now.
I'm ready. Bro. I'm gonna be next time I get if I'm married. I'm gonna be married for 50 years now. I know the game now. I'm a vet,
bro. Learn from us, man. Learn from us.
Wasted. Tim said, "See, wasted. That's how you supposed to talk to me." Shout out to everybody here in the building, man. We appreciate you guys. Wipe them feet, hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channels, hit that subscribe button. So our brother Paul has a bit. Before we get to the combine, we're going to talk about this trip that you got coming up. April 3rd, you will be in New York City. I know you're going to be trying to link up with Wasted as well. I'm going to miss you by a couple of weeks because we're going to be out there for the draft. I wish you were out there, man, because we'll be out there linked up. But what do you have going on in New York City, April 3rd?
Bro, crazy, man, crazy. So it's this thing called the NFL Experience Ship. So the NFL is partnered with HBCUs, which is historically black colleges, to kind of like give students exposure like in various realms, like working with teams, coming up with projects and all these type of things. So it's a big deal. Like they put a lot of money into it, a lot of resources. So basically, man, it came out. One of my partners, Vega, last name Vega, he's actually married to someone from Eunice, my close neighbor.
Wow.
Married to somebody in their family, right? I think it's their niece or cousin, one of the two. Long story short, I met him at the barbershop around October. First time I ever met him. He knew who I was just from being from where I'm from.
Yeah.
And bro, he got a good grade of hair too, so it don't even look like he's supposed to be in the same barbershop. You know, he got that good hair, like you think he'd go to Supercut. He was really in it.
He got the Ricky Ricardo jumping up.
He did a Ricky Ricardo joint.
I was at TJ Malvo. Shout out to TJ. And you know, I just just being cool. Like I've always been, bro. Like same way I met you. All my relationships tend to be organic. So he and I just start chopping it up. He mentioned he was in law school trying to be an agent, whatever. So I meant, holler at me. So we text every now and then. Full circle all the way. He hits me back on one day. He's like, "Hey man, there's an NFL Experience Ship. They asked for speakers that we would like to hear. And like you're an HBCU guy. You went to Southern for undergrad and for law school. You're up and coming. We'd like to hear from you." Like And so he ran it up the chain. I got with my guys Steve Bowen, Kathleen, and people at the NFL offices who I'd met organically, just in knowing. Next thing you know, bro, they hit me up. And here's the thing I can tell y'all offline, even though we're online. So they hit me up. And in my mind, I'm like, damn, I'm going to have to fly using these buddy pass. How I'm going to get to New York? Because, I'm saving my money right now.
Yeah.
So the lady, she gets to talk. She's like, and, of course, we'll take care of your housing, your lodging per diem. We'll fly you up there in the hotel. So look, no. So look, they keep going. And they're like, and what's going to be your speaking fee? So, bro, I'm like, look, I'm not making this up, y'all. I'm like, wait, what's my fee? So the crazy part is I can negotiate on everybody's behalf in the world.
You didn't know what to do on your end.
So I get with my boy, I hit him up. I'm like, bro, look, because bro, I did it for free. And some cheesecake,
Yeah.
And he's like, so my boy hits me back. He like, I know what I know. This is your number. So I felt kind of bashful, I hit him. That song Nelly, when Nelly be hot in here, and he be like, I got a pole in the basement, unless she gonna do it. So I would throw the number out and see if they was going. And bro, she was like, "Oh, that's fine, we got you, bro." So I'm getting paid to go speak. I'm going to New York. I made a little flyer, bro, and I posted it on Facebook. Man, all the people back home all proud of me and stuff.
Shoot it my way too, so we can share it up.
And I was just like, man, I can be honest with y'all. I get emotional about this type of stuff. And I know y'all think, oh, you light skinned, so of course you emotional.
Oh, come on, bro. We give you a pass, man.
But man, I got.
I'm not giving you a pass at all. It's definitely very light skinned.
Oh wow!
Talk that shit, babe.
So what really got me emotional about it, man, was one, man. Anytime people think enough of you to want to hear your story, man, and it come from a place of purity, like it's like, damn, like people really want me to come talk. And then obviously, like, when I think about my story, you really can't make this shit up.
Yeah.
It's stuff you don't even know. And so to have that opportunity, man, and to see my mom post something, that's what really got me. I'm not gonna lie to you. My mom posted, you know how mamas are.
Yeah.
Sharing it. And she just, she said, you was the kid I spent so much time to talking at the kitchen table, and I always let you express yourself. I let you stay up late and watch Inside the NFL. So to see how much she poured, making me go to these speaking events. I've been doing public speaking since I was 5.
That's crazy.
All these competitions, student of the year, all these things. She like to see the world start to see what I always saw, and that's what got me, bro. Because you know, being a parent myself, thinking about my own child, and but I let it go. I start crying.
But not even just that. I mean, Mama Love always gonna get that out of you. But the passion you already have for HBCU, like to even be attached to that, and to be able to get paid to do something that you love and what it did for free anyway.
Crazy.
It's kind of like how me and Wasted, like we do this YouTube thing, right? It's a blessing to be able to make money, but like we would do this shit regardless because we love it so much. You know what I mean? Right. So blessings to you, bro. That's big. Is there gonna be any type of way that we can tune in, or is there gonna be anything filmed?
I'm gonna ask Kathleen, because a lot of people have. I'm telling you, 15, 20 people ask me, like, "Are you streaming? What are you gonna do about it?"
Yeah, facts. I want to support it.
I'm a little nervous about it, but I'm super excited, man, because like I just, and it's coming off of my school. I got to tell y'all this, is y'all my people, but like my school had recently just had a sports agent boot camp.
Yeah.
Right. So much love to Southern always. And so, I'm seeing a list of people, bro. And like, I had hit one of the people up who was in the sports law thing at the law school. I'm like, what's up?
Yeah.
So turns out they put me on. They hit me up late, but they added me to this like alumni panel that they had nothing to do with the substance and stuff. It wasn't on the program or nothing. It was almost like here.
Yeah.
So I hit them up. I was like, nah, I'm good on it. I'm not coming. And this happened like 2 or 3 days before the NFL stuff happened. And, I got love for my HBCU. And I ain't gonna lie to you, it hurt a little bit to see other agents who didn't go to school there get to be on the panel and be at the forefront. So I ain't gonna lie to y'all, it created a little chip on my shoulder. I'll never speak ill of my school, but it's family business, but I'm a little pissed off with them right now.
Well, I know you love them, though. It's family. It's family.
I mean, it's love, but next time I go there and speak, it's gonna have to be a check associated with it.
But to be honest with you, bro, the table that you're setting, that's definitely happening. That's definitely happening, bro. So don't worry. It'll get greater later, bro. Paul, I want to ask you something, man. Kind of transitioning a little bit. I know you were at the NFL Combine, right? And the whole league's in the NFL Combine. The draft is coming up. The tampering period is coming up. There's a lot happening in the NFL. Everything is starting to get rocking and rolling, right? When you were at the NFL Combine, man, what were some of your thoughts, man? What were some of your thoughts on some of the guys who kind of stood out to you when you were there watching? And in the offensive positional groups, defensive, is there anybody that kind of caught your eye?
Of course, I'm gonna say Jure.
Well,
look, let me be honest. We didn't run the 40 time that we thought we run most clocks, which I do know, which I have learned is them teams don't give a damn about them TV times. What they saw on TV, they have a formula for coming up with their times. I think they take the TV time, all their times, and they do some math. So he ran most clocks at him at a 4.56, which was about expected 6.2, 205. He was never known for being a burner, but looked good on the route. Did 20 on the bench, which was top 3 number at the position. So obviously my guy, he looked good as advertised, whatever. But outside of him, man, I was there. I was at the combine. Shout out to my guy Steve Bowen and the rest of the crew. I got to go up to the NFL Legends Suite and watch it from up there. And Stroud, like the ball that he throws, bro,
crazy.
I really sat down and watched. It's effortless, bro. It's effortless. It's pure. It's like watching Steph shoot the ball. When I tell you, I'm being honest with you, bro. And I'm not saying I'm some guru in evaluating quarterbacks. I ain't never signed a quarterback day in my life, but fluid on the money, because y'all don't get to see all the throws.
Yeah,
there's a lot you don't see. On
precision,
TV.
Man.
Bro, the timing, the anticipation, the poise. Richardson looked good too. The arm is there. I think a little accuracy, but that can be attributed to timing with the receivers too. Like, I can imagine he gonna look way different throwing the ball at pro day with his guys.
Yeah,
for a grain of salt. But man, CJ looked good. Bijan Robinson, bro.
Oh,
Bro. Oh my God. And you know, another guy people want to talk about is Roshan Johnson. He looked good. D Davis from TCU, the guy ran like a 4.34, 4.35. It was a lot of guys, man, that just looked. Jackson from Ohio State. Yeah. He looked good. He looked fluid. Man.
Did Carolina move up for Stroud in your eyes?
Yes. Braden Daniels from Utah.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Anthony Orji from Vandy.
Braden is a guard, tackle?
Yes, but he can play everywhere on the line. Ran a 4.99.
That's the guy I've been taking lately in my mock drafts. Braden out of Utah. He's a dog.
Bro, you just made me sick to my stomach because I wanted CJ Stroud.
I know, bro.
I'm sick to my stomach, bro. I thought we was going to sneak through. I know that now that they moved up, I'm sick. And I'm mad that we didn't because I feel like he's the kind of guy in this offense, he'd be perfect.
Yeah, and
perfect, man.
I think his, what I like so much about him, man, I care a lot about temperament and football character. After that Ohio State-Michigan game, he didn't play as well, threw some picks, then came back and played against Georgia.
Balled out.
And had Marvin Harrison Jr. not got hurt, they probably win that game. But I just watched bro compete, make all the big plays. It's something about him, man. It's something. But that same it factor, Bryce Young has it too, though.
Yeah, but we were talking about because Josh McDaniels, our head coach, the offense that he runs is so based on accuracy and precision. Stroud would have been that guy, bro. Like, and now there's rumors and rumblings that Carolina would trade out of number 1 to like 2 or 3, but there's no way that we're gonna get up there to get Stroud. It's a wrap.
Bro, there's no way that that's to me, man, that's some movie stuff. Like that happened in that movie Draft Day with Kevin Costner.
I hate that movie so
much. That movie doesn't make any sense, right?
At all.
The romance, who the hell? People love it, all that. It's like,
still love the movie. I ain't gonna lie. I love football movies, period. But it was terrible.
Bro, speaking of football movies, you know what movie I found the other day on Stars? Necessary Roughness.
That's my.
Oh, you just found that,
bro?
Oh, partner with Sinbad and Scott Bakula.
I watched it before when I was little, but
that was my movie, bro.
Bro was really like 40 years old playing quarterback in school, and even talking to the professor, just breaking all the rules.
Ain't that the Fumblerooski?
Yeah, Scott Bakula, the dude from Quantum Leap, was the quarterback. And Sinbad and all of that. I love that movie.
Ireland was the kicker.
Yeah. Kathy Ireland was the kicker. That was a dope movie, man.
I'll lie to you, bro.
My favorite football movie is Remember the Titans.
No. Mine is The Program.
Mine too.
I like
Nah. You know what? I saw the program. I remember because I was in high school when the program came. I remember my teammates doing dumb shit, laying in the street and all of that. Like the program was all right, man.
All right. Come on, bro. Wait, when Omar had to carry that ball around and couldn't, come on.
James, my big James Conn. I love James Conn, big James Conn fan. Rest in peace to him. Yeah, but yo, my favorite football movie is Remember the Titans.
Any given Sunday too, though. Any given Sunday and Friday Night Lights.
You're a goddamn quarterback.
Hey, I want to say this real quick too, because I can't say nothing, but everybody's saying Any Given Sunday. Remember that name. That's all I'm gonna say. Remember that name.
Hey, bro.
I can't say nothing, but just remember that name. Remember that name. What'd you say, bro?
I'll tell you this too, bro. Is what I didn't know about the combine. All right, so bro, the combine is like one big reunion. Like, bro, everybody's happy to see each other. They're not really competing with, bro.
Yeah.
And I don't drink. So if you just sit down and mind your business, which was I was doing, bro, these people be drinking, telling all their business. I'm just sitting there, and I don't really fit into no cliques. I'm not like the other agents. They don't know me. They view me as I'm kind of like an outlier, right? When you like Joel Siegel's representing this guy, who's Jeffrey Simmons? Like who the hell is this guy, right? Basically, so I don't fit into the framework of that. All these other combines, nobody was trying to talk to me and be like, "Oh, what's up now?" Is my man, let's talk about the market. And I'm just like, bro, I'm good.
You're coming up on a year too, right, Paul? Huh? Coming up on a year. Is it a year yet for sobriety?
It'll be a year on Monday.
Let's go.
So I'm gonna that's probably why I'm gonna get myself some crawfish. But bro, it's crazy because
let me take you out for that. Let me handle that because I did 2 years before no alcohol. Well, not 2 years. I'm tripping. Like what was it? A year and a half back? Year and a half. Yeah. I love that, but I want to take you out for that.
Man, hey, look, I ain't gonna turn it down. Look,
Hey,
but
nah. Hey, I want to be able to do that for. I'm really proud of you, bro.
Live.
Thank you, bro. But but wait, so it's just like you get to that point, man. It's just everybody in the league. You look around, you see Jeremy Fowler, you see Schefter, you see all the state. Ian Rappaport. I took a picture with Ian Rappaport. For me, it was just watching and observing how everybody else moves. It's like, bro, it was like a whole, like Aladdin, a whole new world. I'm sitting there texting my dad and my group message, Gruff and all them. Like, bro, it's crazy. I didn't know people even knew who I was now. So that was the crazy part. Like, what up, Paul? Like, I'm like, what's up, man? So you go get that deal done. And I'm just like, I'm chilling. And I think for me, they think that, I think, y'all know I'm not standoffish, but it's just, I'm just super guarded. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's not for me to divulge any business. Like, I ain't even told my own mama about a Jeffrey Simmons deal. What's going on? Yeah. So I'm just guarded, and this business is very cutthroat, bro. You don't know who for you.
And you're still on your ascension, man. So
I'm not a threat. I was never a threat. And not saying I'm a threat now, but I was never a threat to anybody. So,
bro, you have Jeffrey Simmons. You are definitely a threat, bro.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see.
And when Jure takes off, you're going to be even more of a threat.
And when Tyree
gets back to balling out too,
Tyree gonna get paid next year. I'm telling y'all right now.
Yeah, he is. Look, man. I'm mad that we was lacking as an organization because I definitely was trying to push that.
No, bro. We put a bid in for him.
Yeah, we did. Oh yeah, I forgot we did put a bid in for him.
Come on, we tried. We tried.
Yeah,
it worked.
At least we tried.
No, but man, overall, man, combine. So me and Jure's dad. We hung out. He was with me. He came up there with me. Mr. John, I don't know if you watch it. A lot of agencies, bro, like we do things different. Me and Mr. John, we flew out there together. Yeah. We stayed at the Homewood Suites. We had our own room. Like I stayed on the other side of the suite. He stayed in his room. We went everywhere together. And Mr. John is a top 5 funny person in the world, bro. This is how he talk. This is how his voice. We gonna make it do what it do, Paul.
Sound like Ray Charles.
Yeah, you gotta talk like Ray Charles.
I'm making it do what it do, baby.
So it's like, but man, it was a great experience. It was new for me, right? Just because I'm there hoping Jure does well, but it was all the ancillary stuff going on too, where media people, other agents coming up to me, talking to me, and I'm more of a just sit back and listen type, bro. I'm not about to sit here and I got this offer, I got that. I'm cool on it. I'm gonna just move at our pace and control the game. Because one of the biggest things I know, man, it's kind of like basketball. You can get rushed into a mistake if you don't assess the floor and get into the corners. Yeah. So one thing we never gonna let other people dictate how we move over here.
Real quick, Black Sales, let me a wasted answer this. I don't want Paul as an agent. His job is to get the money. So he would never, disrespect anybody or say that someone doesn't deserve a payday. Now, me and Wasted, we could talk about it. Right. Yeah. Me personally, I love Tremaine Edmonds. I love him. Linebacker out of Buffalo, but I do believe someone's going to pay him an astronomical amount of money because he's so young. He's versatile. He's going to be in this league for many years. I think someone's going to overpay him. Who you got?
I mean, look, to be honest with you, when you're paying people off of potential and not production, you tend to fall for that. Like the problem with
Jacoby Myers, another guy.
But like in the National Football League, there's been this shift where back in the day they used to pay guys based off of their reputation and what they put on the field. Yeah. And now what they do more of a sabermetric kind of thing. Like in baseball, they look at how many years he's going to be in his prime. Wins above replacement and all this kind of stuff, right? This thing that really never used to matter in football. So that's pretty much what free agency is. You're paying people for what they're going to do for you now. It's not really about, going out there and because you remember back in the day, man, you had certain guys that were superstars and they would get these deals because they were a star. And then you'd see them fall off the cliff. I don't see that happening as much now the way contracts are structured in the National Football League now. Really quick, Paul, I wanted to kind of transition back to the combine, right? Do you think for a player that is not like a top draft pick, man, the combine is how vital do you think a role the combine plays in getting a guy drafted higher? You know what I mean? Because a lot of the times, man, you're trying to go off a tape, right? But how much of a role do you think that plays?
I put it like this, man. The way and what's been communicated to me, I set in the airport for like an hour talking to a lead scout for an AFC West team, not y'all team. And, that team, that club, they do a really good job of drafting. A very, very good job drafting.
I know who we're talking about already, so.
You still here?
Yeah, man, I'm here. I said, I know who we talking about already, my brother.
All right, so, and what he told me was that the tape is king. Like the combine is pretty much just like checking off a box. It's almost like, but at the end of the day, your tape is what matters the most. Now, I think you can lose money at the combine if you you just do something abysmal, you can lose money. But in order to really, really make money at the combine, you got to do something crazy. I think most of the people, like when John Ross went pick 8, in order to jump rounds and make significant money, you got to do something crazy.
So
you got to blow the roof off of the place.
So what about Cansey from Pittsburgh? Defensive tackle, destroyed the combine. Undersized, so-called undersized. He's from Pitt. He's from the Aaron Donald school. You know what I mean? Like, did you see anything? Did you hear anything about him? Because Cansey's a guy I'm looking at in the first round if we do decide on trading back to the middle of the first.
I think he goes on that back end. That's what I was trying to tell you. Like, he went crazy. So sometimes you do some ridiculous athletic testing stuff. Yeah, that kind of jumps out. Other than that, man, the combine, they're gonna find a reason not to pay you. The way I look at it, that's why they don't want the combine no more. The PA doesn't want it because all the medicals, all the extensive stuff, all the testing and prodding, bro, it's really not designed for you to go out there and perform at an optimal level. Yeah. By the time it's time for you to perform, you tired. You spend all day in the hospital. You getting minimal rest. So it's almost, some guys are better off not going to the combine and going to pro day where you sleep in your own bed, you run in your own your own familiarity and all those type things. You know what I mean?
Because I see DJ Turner, he's a top 100 guy now. He was available in the later rounds, wasted out of Michigan. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like in a lot of these mock drafts, and now he's a top 3 round guy. You know what I mean? That dude went over there and went crazy at the combine.
Yeah, I think a lot of that's because of the speed, right? So he has generational speed. He ran probably the 4th or 5th fastest 40 in the history of the combine. Yeah, right. He ran a 4.26. 4.26, right? So 4.26 is blazing, right? I just, Paul, like when we talk about the combine, we talk about free agency and all of this stuff, man. You're absolutely right. Tape is king, right? So going forward, man, there are a lot of guys out there that people aren't really looking at. There are guys out there that we're hearing in NFL free agency that people are talking about left and right. How does it make you feel being an agent, seeing how the game is played in a way where like the media kind of sets the stage for how the market's being driven? It's weird to me because there's some guys, man, that the media are forgetting that. I think that it just I don't know. I asked that question wrong. I feel like the media plays a big role in how the market is being set, man. I mean, I don't know if they're getting that information from insiders in the NFL, or are they the ones setting the table to you based off, like, you know what I mean? Because I feel like a guy like Jeffrey Simmons, a lot of people aren't talking about him, and they should be, right? So these guys aren't doing their homework. I feel like certain players kind of get certain contracts based off of the media exposure.
Well, I have to say this, Wasted. After today with Deron Payne, I seen the Jeffrey tweets flying all over the place. So Will Compton, shout out to Will. A bunch of people were going crazy on Twitter saying Jeff is about to get paid. So now things, I think everybody was kind of kicking back, waiting on the Deron Payne situation, the Javon Hargraves. Now Jeffrey's name is starting to come. But my bad, brother. I didn't mean to cut in on your question.
No, it's all good.
I think so. I would believe that. I think when it comes down to paying a player, though, I think that front office, I don't really believe they move on that. I think they set that number internally, and I don't think Adam Schefter or anybody gonna move that number. But I would agree that some players, either whether it's their representation or somehow, some way, like certain people have certain relationships. I'll put it like that. That's why you always see the same people breaking the same stories. Right, it's relationships. So it's like, you do this for me, I'll do that. I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of that. There's a lot of leaking of stuff within the front office to help the player and hurt the player too. Like, somebody leaked that Odell asked for $20 million a year. I don't think Odell asked. That was an Odell ask. So I'll be honest with you, I'm still in the process of learning how to navigate that aspect of it, because I haven't had a player in free agency just yet. So I don't like on my end, I don't know. Jeffrey's still under contract, but I do believe that a lot of the hype is media driven. I think so, absolutely. And
hey, Wasted, watch how many people contact me and you once Jeffrey gets paid, and Bruh becomes a real household name. Paul becomes a household name in this. Watch how many people. Hey man, can you hook me up with your guy Paul?
Yeah, it's gonna be.
You hook me up with your guy Paul? I'm like, nah, bro. I don't know what you're talking
about. Bro, you know what's funny, man. And Paul, I know you really can't speak on this too much, but I just want to say this. Now we're in the subject. Somebody put it in the chat. The Lamar Jackson market is it's the way that and I wrote a story about this on Planet Raiders. Everybody's watching. Go check out PlanetRaiders.com. Yeah. It's a little disturbing to me the way that situation is being handled in the media. And I feel like, it's weird, man. I like, look, for me, man, you got a 26-year-old former MVP, and people are putting a narrative out there. I saw today that no teams are going to put a bid on him. I'm like, that doesn't sound right to me, and that's not for you, Paul. I just need to say that. Like, that's on me. I feel like I don't like the way the media is handling this shit, man. It doesn't seem like it's in good faith. It seems like there's a concerted effort to try to step on a guy who's trying to do something special. He's trying to represent himself and get the bag,
And bro, let's just be 100% clear on this, man. Like, he's representing himself in name only. Like, the NFLPA has Mark Levin and Adam Richelli, who are geniuses, who are geniuses. They are absolutely helping Lamar with this. They are sending him over offers. Not to discredit what he's doing right now, but the NFLPA is helping. That's what the PA is for. That's why you paying dues to the NFLPA. Even with a bunch of agents, like the PA is there. You got Mark. Look them up. Mark Levin, Adam Richelli. Them boys are some dogs. Yeah. Adam comes from the NFL side. He worked for an NFL team. So he came from the dark side of not trying to pay players. So he know all the tricks. He know everything that's going on. So as an agent, you'd be dumb if you didn't use him as a resource. So which means I know that this whole Lamar is representing himself. Nah, I think there's a lot of agents. To me, I applaud this young man for going this route. There's a lot of agents criticizing him. You just mad because you're not getting that percent. He's doing nothing wrong. And even if he did have an agent right now, the agent works for the player. Yeah. So I could say, hey, bro, take that 180. Well, of course, the agent wants you to take that 180 because he's doing the math. He's getting at least probably 2 to 3% of that. So, so Lamar is actually going into this. There's nobody nudging him. That's the thing. Like an agent probably by now would have been like, all right, bro, line in the sand. Let's go get paid. So Lamar has the luxury of having those people. And obviously the NFLPA, they're players advocates. So they want to see Lamar get this fully guaranteed deal because that not only helps Lamar, that helps Justin Herbert, that helps Burrow. Then it ushers in that era to maybe where we are talking but the owners don't want that to happen. So everybody talking about collusion or this and that. They don't want that to happen. They absolutely don't want. They're probably still pissed off at the Browns for even allowing that door to be open. And
I mean,
Richard Sherman used to catch flag too, though, but representing himself. I mean, it wasn't to this extreme because Lamar is a superstar quarterback. Yeah. But Richard Sherman used to catch a lot of flack as well, representing himself.
But you also know what it is too. It's obvious. Yeah. People look at Lamar, they look at him like he's a Florida guy. The way Sherman graduated from Stanford. So there's certain guys. Laramie Tunsil did his own deal too. Yeah. That was the NFLPA. Let's just be real with it. That's me taking y'all behind the curtain. Like, them boys ain't negotiate their own deal for real. They had help.
And not for nothing. Not for nothing. The thing that I'm seeing with all of this is you have the owner of the Ravens, who was probably the most vocal owner against the Deshaun Watson deal. Yeah, he was super vocal against that deal, and now he's digging in. Now it's kind of a bad situation all the way around because he's digging in because he was one. Most of the time, people don't come out and speak out against other people's deals and other people's dealings with their team. He came out and spoke out against what Jimmy Haslam and the Browns did. So, I think this is going to get a little ugly, man. I think it might bode well for other teams.
I find that funny that the Ravens are the former Browns too. And
yeah, it's kind of funny. Yeah, it's weird. It's very ancestral.
Ancestral.
But that's not a real word.
It
felt like it to me.
It felt like it. I mean, I'm rooting for Lamar, man. I'm rooting. I'm gonna always be a player's advocate at the end of the day. Yeah. I hope he gets what he wants. I don't think he's gonna get fully guaranteed. They'll reach some type of happy medium where he's gonna get a lot of money in those first 3 years. And that's another thing I want to talk to y'all about, man, is just like learning the nuance of football. Like a lot of times fans will read a deal and they're like, oh, 4 years, 90 million. All fans look at it AAV, that's average annual value. You got to look at those guarantees. You got to look at that 3-year cash flow, how fast the player's getting paid, signing bonus percentage. When, a lot of times you see roster bonuses set back. It's so much detail to these deals. So I have access to this thing called SCAA, and you can look at every deal that's ever been done, every agent's deal. So you can be like, type in, and you'll start to see tendencies. And so for me, I'm a nerd. I've been big on just understanding structure of deals. Because sometimes as fans, we only hear 4 years, 80 million. Well, what was important to that player? Did the player care more? Some players don't care about average annual value. To me, is like that sexy number, like points per game. Like it sounds good, like, oh, you got 28 average annual value, but that 5th year of that deal is 40 million. You're never gonna see that. So the numbers is like, BBL numbers. Like women get those BBL. Shout out, do whatever you want to do. Is you're an advocate for your body, your choice. But what I'm saying is it's inflated, right? Yeah. So AAV is a number that can get a little tricky, and you get a lot of people. Me and you talked about this way, Grad, like where it's like you look at these deals and people who ain't even setting these tables, they start criticizing deals. Yeah. You don't know a lot of things. You don't know how much leverage this guy had. You don't know what the player's priorities. Some players don't care about average annual value. I've heard stories like where they said Devontae Adams, he said his big thing, he wanted to be the highest paid. So they did something with him to get the highest pay. Then the next day somebody else beat his number. So to me, as an agent, the most important number is that guaranteed money.
Yeah.
Like, Tyreek got paid, I believe, right after that when he got traded to Miami and overtook the highest paid receiver for that moment.
Yeah. So it's like, how much money guaranteed can I get? Is that money fully guaranteed? Is it injuries? When does that money vest? How much money do I get up front? And how much security do I have? So guaranteed money is more important than anything. People get caught up this average annual value money all they want. I mean, that's cool and all, but nah, I need that money. I need for real money.
Guys, I wanted to throw a quick question to you. Somebody in the chat.
Shout out to Alan. I appreciate you on the donation. We spoke on this real quick. My bad, wasted. We spoke about this the other day, brother. I'm cool off Aiden out of Purdue. He'll be like a later round guy, quarterback. I'm cool off that. But shout out to you for the greatest thumbnail in the YouTube world. Shout out to my dog. Go ahead, brother.
Yo, Calvin in the chat asked, does he see the NFL having a separate salary cap for quarterbacks? And that's interesting because I don't, because it's a union, and unions means that everybody's united and you don't want to separate one player's importance from the next. But I think that what the league needs to start doing, because of the way these salaries are structured for the quarterbacks, it's a quarterback driven league. They make all the rules for the quarterbacks. They have to have quarterbacks salary numbers hit the cap a little differently. Now, I don't think that the teams are going to do that, because that means they'll be able to pay them more. So, I don't know, like some way where they can make it to where the quarterback's salary doesn't hit the way you know what I mean? Just something different, because it's getting very hard to put a roster together and pay a superstar quarterback. Like you almost have to hit on every draft pick once you have a guy that's past his rookie deal. It's almost impossible to put a roster together.
No, absolutely. But I mean, at the end of the day, man, with the TV revenue, everything's going up. So the salary cap going up, inevitably the quarterback is going to get paid. I don't see them carving up with no type of extra salary cap for quarterbacks. They're not going to do that. We're gonna be stuck in this for at least until the next CBA to 2029. So we'll see what happens in 2030.
And that's crazy, man, when you're watching Daniel Jones, who's done nothing in this league up to this point. And no shade on him. He's still young, coming off a rookie deal. The Kirk Cousins of the world, these guys that continue to make astronomical amounts of money. I get why Calvin asked that question. It's like at some point, like, how do we work this out? Because these guys are getting crazy bags. In a minute, man, these guys will be getting paid $100 million a year.
No, it's the NFL salary cap is going to be over $300 million within the next 2 years, right? It just went up, it just jumped to 225. It's probably going to jump to 260. Who knows? Yeah. What I'm saying is, man, these quarterbacks, Joe Burrow going to get 50, 55 a year. Like I'm telling you, it's just really going to happen, and those owners are going to have to adjust and adapt to it. I don't know what teams are going to do, but that's not a me problem. That's a they problem. You know what I mean? That's a y'all problem. They gonna figure it out.
Facts. Let me ask you guys about this, man. We didn't talk about what's going on. Free agency, the tampering period starts tomorrow. We all know the free agency really starts at 9 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow. People get locked up without getting locked up. We all know free agent technically starts Wednesday. But, I mean, these guys are going to be committing to teams tomorrow. We seen today all-pro corner Jalen Ramsey was traded to the Miami Dolphins for a third-round pick and a backup tight end. I know he kind of restructured his deal where the 2 years remaining on his contract are guaranteed, I believe. I think that's how they structured it.
I think 25 of it is guaranteed.
Okay, then that's how it was. I forgot because I remember it was 17 this year, and I forgot what he was getting paid next year, but they did some type of guarantee. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Because they just moved him to Miami with Xavier Howard. I mean, they got Javon Holland, my guy out of Oregon, at safety. There's talks about Poyer potentially going over there from Buffalo. He has connections to Tua. They're very tight. They have a crazy, crazy defense in Miami right now, bro. Like Bradley Chubb, you know what I mean? I mean, the list goes on. What do you think about that move for the Miami Dolphins, man? Going out and getting an all-pro guy like that. I mean, the Rams are hitting the reset button at this point. I mean, it's clear.
Man, look, I think that's the owner doing him a solid. You know, Jalen got him that ring. He went out there. He was a good citizen. He never complained. I think that was more so like, hey, bro, I'm going to look out for you. You're going to go to a no state tax. You go from LA taxes to Florida. He just got a pay raise.
Like, easy.
Yes. Why didn't he come to Las Vegas?
Yeah, y'all know state tax either. But I think, man, with the Rams, they obviously rebuilt. I wonder what AD going to do, what Aaron Donald's going to do.
I'm waiting on that. That's what I'm waiting on.
I think he may, you know, I'm thankful that, you know, before he left, he shot the D tackle market up to 31 a year.
That shit, Paul.
Shout out to that guy, but he took it from 22.6 to 31. He ran so that Deron Payne could fly.
That is a stone cold lead pipe fact. Right
and then for Jeffrey to jump on a UFO and just go to Mars. There we go. So
you know, day by day. Day by day, man. You know, I'm gonna give you the Kobe answer. That's what Kyrie always says. They like, Paul gonna give me the damn Kobe answer. But but what you said about just like free agency, man, the tampering period, I don't think that's a real thing. I think most of their free agency stuff started at the combine. That's not what I saw. The folks, there's like an unwritten rule, bro. The combine is where it all gets popping. Bro, I'm telling you.
The Illuminati.
I need to go to the combine next year, but you know there's like events for the kids and everything out there.
Yeah. No, I'm going next year. There's no doubt about it.
I'm going to it, and I'm not bringing my kids.
Okay, I'll be there.
They'll get on my damn nerves. I got daughters, so you know.
I got a daughter too.
She's teenagers. You know what I'm saying, bro?
My boys will try to go on the field. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
like,
they're gonna be trying to run routes. It's all good though. But man, the free agency period, man, I think is just one of those situations. The market it settles down after the first couple of days. Like the next 2-3 days, have them alerts on, be ready. It's exciting. Like, I love it.
I gotta ask you this because I know you have specific, clients that you represent, but I know you're a football fan at the end of the day, right? Have you attempted, because I'm only asking because every time we bring somebody on here, we always talk about the draft. The draft's coming up next month. Have you done a mock draft? Have you done one yet?
No.
Or are you familiar with enough players in this upcoming draft to say, I want this player, and this player?
I mean, I'm familiar enough to know where guys may go and based on fit and rosters and stuff. But like to do a mock draft, bro, that's almost like fantasy football for me. I don't even do fantasy football. It's just like I can't, bro. I try to not even look at the mock drafts because I go down a rabbit hole.
Paul would take Jeray Jenkins with the 7th pick for the Las Vegas Raiders.
I have no objectivity, bro. We going number 2 to the Texans. It's like, no, because I wanted to go to a no state tax.
I'm only asking you that because before the draft comes up, we gotta come back and do a winning circle, and I want to do a mock draft.
Man, I'll do it. I'll do it.
We'll give you the first 2 rounds, and me and Wasted to go take we'll take the 3rd and up.
The first 2.
Yeah. No. Not every pick, just for us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. So just the 1st and 2nd round pick for us.
Yeah,
I'm talking about you drafted for us, not a complete mock draft for every team, just for us.
The Raiders?
Yes.
Oh, I could do that, man. Hey,
Okay.
and you know the crazy part, bro? I can help you find some players that not people talking about, like because I've been in those trenches. I can tell you, like, bro, there's some boys that y'all don't know about that. Just let me know your position of need. And there's some dogs out there that.
Hey, Paul, we got Chop Game, bro. Because listen, Planet Raiders, that's good content.
Yes, we have a new website that we launched. So we
y'all
need.
might want to go back just based on y'all needs. If you got needs on that O line, really, really go take a look at that Braden Daniels kid from Utah.
Oh, that's my boy.
I'm telling you, he built for all of that. From Dallas too.
Love that shit. There we go. Hey, Waster, remember that name, man. I'm gonna tell you that me and Paul were right. Whenever that happens.
You listen, bro. Every player that does well, you gonna tell me you was right.
Yeah. Look, somebody, Super Omnicron.
Yeah.
I think it's a lady. She said, Darius Davis. I met Darius trained up there at the collective with Jure. Bro ran like a 4.3. He faster than that. He's a 4.2 guy.
Yeah.
Like look at his split. He had the fastest 10-yard split in combine history. And I'm doing his agent's job right now. It's all good. He's from Louisiana. I'm gonna show love for all the guys from the boot because I'm a real one before I'm an agent, right?
Yeah.
Like, go get him. Hey,
Corey Trice is nice too. Corner out of Purdue. I've done my homework on Corey Trice because our boy Stu, former alumni, leading interception leader of all time at Purdue. So I always do my homework on those guys. Corey Trice is definitely a sneaky name. Super Omni. That's facts. But Darius Davis, I got to do some more homework on him and Keon White. Definitely. Mr. Drew said the boot. You already know.
The boot, man. Look, bro. Look, them, we breed them different out there, bro. Even our slow people fast in other places. Straight up. Hey,
all right. I'm going to ask you real quick.
In education. Football.
Before we get out of here, right? Since you have some specific guys, I want to ask you, is there a defensive tackle and a corner that you know of, a sneaky kind of guy in this draft that you could think of? Because those are two very, very big positions of need for this team on the defense side. Or if you can't think of a corner or a detail, a linebacker as well. We need all three.
I'm going to tell you right now, like I'll get back to you about the corners because I haven't really, been as locked in on that, seeing as I ain't had none.
Great class. I
mean, you tend to like analyze more of what you have. Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'll say this. Receiver, aside from Jure, obviously, man, the Tank Dell kid.
Houston, dog. Oh my God. Led the nation in touchdowns and receiving yards, bro.
I mean, he's a problem. He come from, a lot of people don't know he come from HBCU. He was at Alabama A&M. Let's not forget. I'm gonna put on for the swag, straight up. So
love it.
I think you got those like at and at linebacker. I'm gonna tell you again, the Micah from LSU linebacker. Micah, he's a good player, man. And there's also Anthony Orji, man. If he's there, day 3 of that draft, go get him.
Tennessee?
No, Vanderbilt.
Oh yeah.
Guy ran a 4.53, 37, 38-inch vertical, checks off everybody, and is a smart guy. Like I think majored in engineering. He a dog, bro. Okay.
Well, we got some homework. I forgot how to say. Yeah, he's a linebacker from Vanderbilt, right? Yeah.
He's a ball player, man. He's a big time. And I don't know if y'all need a running back, but everybody talking about.
We got 30 of them. We have 30 of them. Yeah. That's the one position we don't need to worry about at all.
They holding us down like still. We got a running back. The league's leading rushers. Need to sign them. That's all.
And then we re-signed Amir Abdullah. We got Zamir White. We have Sincere McCormick coming off of the IR this upcoming season. We're deep at the running back position.
You asked about we didn't finish talking about Miami. I just hate that Miami adding all these defensive pieces and Flores didn't get to see that roster through. It feels like Brian Flores is going to get Mark Jackson in all of this. And like he didn't get the support. He built that defense for the most part. And now you're giving McDaniel all these pieces to play with. You know what I mean? And he's going to probably end up winning the Super Bowl.
Where did Flores go to Minnesota now?
Yeah, it's DC over there.
Okay, so he left Pittsburgh, went to Minnesota.
Yeah, Miami is not winning the Super Bowl. F them.
No. Look, I don't want to see Tua not, succeed. I don't care about the Dolphins at all, but Man, them concussions, bro. Man, dog, I'm telling you, I don't know how long he's gonna stand up.
I gotta ask y'all a question though. Y'all running back, so he's on the tag right now. What are y'all? I'm thinking that he's not gonna play on that tag. I'm thinking I think they'll probably get him a deal. That sweet spot, probably like 13.5. He's probably gonna watch that Saquon number. They're probably gonna be monitoring each other, but he deserves to get paid. And you talk about a separate salary cap for quarterbacks. I think running backs should have a whole separate. I don't think you should be allowed to franchise tag a running back. I just think because of that.
And you know what? I like that though, because these guys, their careers are not that they're not long.
Their shelf life, look at their average. So you basically I can get maybe a quarterback. I think there's a couple of things I would do, bro, and we can talk about this in a whole nother show. But I think rookie deals should be 3 years. Absolutely, it should be a 3-year rookie deal with the team having a 4th-year option. But if you exercise that 4th-year option, I think that option number should be commensurate with whatever the franchise tag is. And if you play on your option, you shouldn't be able to be tagged. Yeah. And if you're tagged once, there should be no more tags after that. Or make a second tag so punitive that nobody wants to do it. Like the third. Yeah. You haven't heard of any player ever getting tagged 3 times. Go look at what a third tag would look like.
I remember that with Kirk Cousins with the Washington Redskins. He made so much money off of that tag, and then it's the third time they were like, no.
They have to do a better job, man. Like with running backs, we talk. Those guys are really elite players, but teams are getting to abuse it, right? Yeah. You put them like Saquon. You make this guy play on his 5th-year option, and then when it's time to pay him, you talk about how many carries he got and how old he is, and use it as a metric against paying him. What I've learned is a team will find a way to not pay you, and that's why people need agents. Because some of the stuff you hear them say about a player, you gotta let your emotions out of it. Because if you had to hit, you want to punch people in their mouth.
That's why I respect Tennessee though, because they took care of Derrick Henry until he was 29. You know what I mean? Like he's getting up there in age now. Our guy's 25, right? And he does deserve more money. Don't get me wrong, but it's just you look at all these teams, Paul, that have won Super Bowls, right, or have gotten there. Miles Sanders is on a rookie deal. They didn't win, but Isaiah, the Chiefs guy, and, like rookie deal. Most of these guys, or Leonard Fournette when Tampa Bay won, was on an inexpensive deal. You just don't win championships when you pay running backs. That's the thing that sucks. So it's like you want to pay them, but history tells you that teams don't succeed when they do.
Recent history tells you that.
Recent history. Yeah, back in the day, it was different. I mean,
you like if we start cherry picking what other teams are doing, what Super Bowl, you could find discrepancies in everything. Like, this team, agree. Everybody, like if that's the case, you got to start playing like this team had all rookie people on the line. Yeah. All this, you could find at any time. If you're an elite player, bro, you deserve to be paid. Like that, like just because the Chiefs got lucky and got bro in the 7th round, don't mean you could just find them. Like everybody acts like running backs just come a dime a dozen, but those generational, those elite, why shouldn't an elite running back? Why should an elite running back get penalized just because people have been able to find other running backs off the street? Like Saquon is a generational guy.
No, definitely.
Generational guy. Like I hate that logic, bro, that these guys never get what they should. Like their rookie deal, and then they don't get picked in the 1st round a lot of times because there's this narrative that you just don't pick a running back in the 1st round. So even when you could have got that big guaranteed deal, you never get it.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree.
The late 90s messed up the running back market because you had so many guys who got taken high who didn't quite pan out. You had the Rashawn Salams of the world and the Garrison Hurst of the world and guys like that.
Say that, bro. But you've had a bunch of quarterbacks that haven't panned out.
No. And I understand that. What I'm saying is that is what messed up the running back market. Oh. You know what I mean? That was what messed up the running back market. I'm not saying you shouldn't take a running back. If you need one, you need one because the league was different. It wasn't a passing league. So you felt like, okay, we're going to take a superstar running back and we're going to build this team around that particular running back. They don't do that as much anymore. I think somebody should.
Somebody said running back needs to be elite, and this is a passing decade. It is a passing decade, but when you watch that Super Bowl and when it's time to go, Patty Mahomes threw for 180 yards in that Super Bowl. Like at the end of the day, it was like you still got to run the 49ers. They running that ball. Like the teams that are really, really going to win big. I get it, it's a passing league now, but if you got an elite running back, bro, those guys deserve you. Like those guys should really get 18 million, but they're never gonna get it.
Yeah, and you can get an elite running back and ride that elite running back to a championship in a good playoff run. There have been teams that have gotten through the playoffs because they put it on the back of their running back.
You guys think of this. the 3 top guys you can think of really in the NFL, right? Well, actually, let's go with 4. Cleveland is rumored to they're trying to trade Nick Chubb. We just franchised Josh Jacobs. Derrick Henry, the rumors is that they're trying to move on from him. Dalvin Cook, Minnesota is trying to trade him. That is crazy to think that all these top guys are so expendable that all their respected organizations are saying, let's just move on. Mind you, Derrick Henry's 29, is up there, and Tennessee paid him and took care of him. They definitely did, and I respect them for that. But that's crazy to think, like, wow, like the top guys.
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley as well. You put him in that list, like they're franchising him. That's crazy. That's crazy.
All I'm saying is, like, their next CBA, they got to stand up, bro. The PA got to stand up. To me, this franchise tag is bullshit. Let's just call it what it is. Franchise tag, transition tag, all that. Like, bro, if you're not going to give me the guaranteed money, all right, that's cool. Let's say there's never going to be – and this is why they better not ever let me get up in management, because I'm coming for everything. I'm going to tell you right now. All right, my thing is this. If you're going to put these guys on this rookie wage scale and say there's no guaranteed money, okay, well, at least let's shift the deck more in the players' favor to where teams can't pimp you. Like, yeah, y'all, like, okay, make the franchise tag to the point where a team don't want to use it.
Punitive as hell. It should be an albatross.
And if they do want to use it, it got to affect you. It got to be guaranteed, and it can't be a second one. And it also should not be, bro, it's not fair if you're a first-round pick in the NFL draft that a team can literally have control for you for 7 years.
Yep.
For 7, like, to me, the 5th-year option should be equal to whatever the franchise tag is.
Yeah.
And that's a
straight
fact.
up. Like, it should be a de facto franchise tag to make these teams think about it. Then you got to make that decision after that 3rd year. You got to make that decision early, bro.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, bro, it's unfair.
It is, because the football we grew up on, Barry Sanders, a career Lion. Emmitt Smith was pretty much a career Cowboy before he went to the Cardinals at the end of his career. But like most of these guys that we grew up idolizing and loving, Walter Payton. Yeah, like the list goes on. These guys, Marcus Allen wouldn't have went anywhere if him and Al Davis didn't have that problem. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, these guys back in the day were with that organization for life. And to see these running backs
going to do it. And this is what, and I want to stress this to the Raiders fan, because, like, you saw this, bro. I sent this to you the other day. People talking about me on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like people, like, the agent is low, and you gave me some of you, like, man, don't read it, because I was really about to pop off to Buddy, like, say, bro, all right, you don't know me. You know, he was one of the guys from Tennessee. I almost popped off on him. I saved the tweet, though. I got something for him when all this.
And you know, it's funny. He didn't respond to me at all either. He just left. Yeah.
Bro, talking about, like, what I'm saying is that NFL, people try to paint these players like, oh, they're greedy. They're making more money than you. Bro, you don't know what it took to get. They're not just giving this money. These players probably going to be hurt the rest of their life. They're not going to be able to go jog. It's going to hurt every time they get up. Run down the stairs. They probably got CTE. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah.
All of us can work till we 70. These people have a finite window to get as much money possible. Right? Yep. So all that, like, people rooting. I've seen people rooting for Jeff to get franchise tagged and all this and that, bro. Ain't nobody at your work. I'm not showing up to your job asking you to take less money so Melvin can get paid more. You know, it just doesn't. People try to paint the picture that, like, agents are these greedy ass people, bro. We ain't making much money. Like, you get to love your player, and you get judged by how much money did you get them, how quickly did you get it, and how much of it is guaranteed. So it's almost like why you don't want these people to get their maximum value, or you feel like, oh, let's tag him, let's get him for cheap. Like, bro, you don't go to the damn casino and cheer for the house.
Yeah, facts.
NFL owners are billionaires.
Yeah.
Let's be clear. They not going to get hit. And half of them didn't even earn their billions. Half of them earned it because they were born into it.
Generational wealth.
Bro, don't let me get on this soapbox. I'm sorry, but, like, don't ever miss me with the whole players should take a team-friendly deal. The team will cut your ass the moment you stop performing. These are facts.
Facts. Shout out to Omni. He said, for generational wealth, come on, y'all. I'm risking CT and dying on the field. DeMar Hamlin, speak on it, Paul. That's weird.
Me and Hutchins became best friends. Give her my Instagram. We lit.
No, I think Omni's a dude. I think he just has that.
Oh, my bad. Well, what up, bro? Or, you know what? In this world, I don't know what pronouns are. What up, my friend?
Omni's fam. Hey, Omni's fam. Omni been around since day one.
I ain't get cooking yet for y'all to cancel me. You know,
he's a Yama dude.
You say, yeah, I'm a dude.
all right, fam. All right, cool. But I saw the eyes, you know.
Fam bam.
Hey, it would have been a woman in there. I'm like, I kind of like the eyes, you know. What's up? I'm a call.
He almost has to take you out for some crawfish, bro.
Hey, I was about to get up. Look, I want to slide them DMs with the eyes.
Yeah, Soup. Hey, Soup, you gotta change that shit, bro. You gotta change it, man.
Hey, Carlos said there's only the people is not canceling me. Look, bro, I don't know if we Facebook friends. I just seen Miss Raven out here. That's my dog. But I ain't getting canceled. I'm too close. I'm on the 5-yard line of being relevant, bro. But back to what I said about these players, bro. I just want fans to realize, man, like it's not a greedy agent. No agent wants to hold out. Okay. Now there's some agents that want to be in the headline. They want to be like, I stand up for my guy, and they fighting for no reason, right? Yeah. They just doing that to be on TV.
You see it year in and year out.
They do it bro. In reality, if a team gives you the fair deal and you go back to the player like, bro, this is fair, then you ride out. It ain't got to come to free agents. It ain't got to come to none of this. But like for fans to really insinuate that you should take a pay cut, bro, wait, how'd you feel when I pull up at your job and say take a pay cut? Nah.
I laugh at you.
Like, hell no. Like, let's take a team free, bro. And also, moreover, let me use a wasted word. Moreover, we see year in and year out that the salary cap is like the tooth fairy. I hope my daughter's not watching, but that shit is not real. Every year, these teams can restructure, back in.
Put your hands over your ears.
Bro, you know how they say this? Yeah, I know they got some women in here. There's some women in here that are saying, it's like some women that are, I got a joke. Somebody said, I thought it was Jalen Hurts or Drake. That's hilarious. I got something to say about that. I want to tell y'all about that too, though. But like the salary cap wasted. Bro, it's like they say to women, if that man wanted to, they would. You know how they say, like, if a man really wants you, if a team wants to pay you, they have the money. Like every time in and time again. So all that, let's franchise tag. To me, franchise tag, I'm like, bro, do y'all the type people like really go to the casino and root for the dealer? Like, yay, go blackjack dealer, way to get that 21. Come on, man. Like, stop doing that.
I don't think I think because the way the NFL is viewed, like I think people almost put their NFL team before their faith. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? So I think people don't think about the players as people. They think of them as commodities. And I think that NFL fans need to stop with the nonsense. What's up, Lil Graphk?
What's up?
Big chain. What up, my guy? The boy got the fade. Boy, hey, that boy got the nicest great. Look like little baby Jason Tatum. What up, Jason Tatum?
Professor.
He said, I look like the professor.
What's up? Lil Graphk number 2. What's up, man?
Go eat, Bubba. Shout out to my boys, man.
Somebody said Crosby did it. I mean, I know. So you were mentioning just, man, I just wish that.
Bro, that default picture is killing me right now, bro.
He said the best. No. I'm not saying like restructuring, but what people don't realize, restructuring, you still getting paid. If they restructure you, they just moved it up. You're getting paid faster when they. He said, like, to me, I mean, it's just hard for me to stomach taking millions less, like of my value in any job, in any capacity. I'm a school. I feel like school teachers are vastly underpaid.
Oh, yeah, I do too.
Now, in any profession, bro, whether you're working in a plant, get your worth, get your value. That's all I'm trying to say, bro. Like, an agent ain't no bad guy, bro. Like, no agent, real life, no agent. Like, we really don't care about your team like that. I'm just being honest. Like, I don't. The Titans can go.
Yeah.
Your team.
As long, you got taken care of. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I want them to win because, like, I want to see Jeff happy and succeed. I want the Giants to win. But obviously, at the end of the day, they don't care about me as a human being.
Yes. No, your job is to make sure that Jeff is taken care of at the end of the day.
Hey, bro, call me. Bro, say that boy.
JaVale McGee hit that.
Yeah, they call you Cold World all day, bro.
Hey, I be getting J. Cole and Jalen Hurts. So I was at the combine. I was walking with, talking to Jalen Hurts' agent, Nicole. And people was like, good Super Bowl, bro, good Super Bowl. And I was like, oh, I see what they did there. They thought I was Jalen Hurts.
Damn, man.
Bro do kind of look like we related. And the J. Cole, I get it.
They called you Cold War. Listen, man, you know what it is, man? When it all comes down, they say all light-skinned brothers look alike, man.
It's the eyebrows and like the facial stuff.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. They put y'all in the same lineup, man.
Yeah, man. It's cool though. You know, it could be worse. You know, I live with me and J. Cole's mannerisms are a lot alike. So
man. You don't want them to call you somebody that look crazy, bro. So that's a good thing.
I want to ask you one question on the way out, because we're gonna have numerous shows. You know how we do.
For sure.
At the combine, we talked about it briefly, but was there one player that you were hearing about maybe being a mid-round guy that you look at and you're like, he solidified maybe that first round grade because of his combine experience? Like you know, like Anthony Richardson, right? Before everybody was like, who, like what? A first round guy? And then they started looking at the tape and, you know, he was so the measurables, the strong arm, right? I mean, Anthony Richardson is an easy guy to say because he's probably going to be a first round guy. I mean, but
I got one.
Go ahead. I like
Grenada,
that. Dr. Franklin. Paul needs his own podcast. Real Talk with Paul. Talk that talk.
You know, I would welcome the opportunity, man. I feel like every time I get a little better, you know. So I'm trying to keep up with y'all. Y'all good, but I'm coming for y'all. I'm coming.
Hey, we expect nothing less, brother.
No, I would say Emmanuel Forbes.
Ooh, hey, wait.
Oh my God, he loves this dude.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Who's my favorite cornerback in this draft?
Let me tell you something, brother. Let me tell you something. SEC pedigree.
Yep.
4'3". And
166 pounds. Who cares?
Hey, he a cornerback. Nobody asked him to, like, you know, it's called pass coverage. He can set the edge. Just try to tackle. You know, you see that movie, Did You At Least Pinch Him? Just Look, all them DBs diving at legs anyway, like little German shepherds. So, like, at the end of the day, Forbes, and he's from Grenada, Mississippi. Same place as NFL great Tyree Phillips. They breeding him out there. Bro is a dog, soft-spoken kid.
6 pick six.
He's going to be a guy, bro. I wouldn't say Trevon Diggs in the sense that I think he going to create. He going to get beat. But it's going to be his gift and his curse. Like Asante Samuels. You know, those type of guys who go. He going to get beat. But he going somebody band going to play. Put it like that. Okay. Somebody band. He going to get 10 picks.
My wife just made crazy tacos right now. These
Taco Sunday, man. You sure your stomach is good from the mayonnaise debacle the other night, bro? You good?
Oh yeah.
hey. So yeah, bro. So it's
Emmanuel Forbes.
Forbes did it. I think the kid from Boston College, the wide receiver.
Oh yeah.
Zay Flowers or something.
Zay Flowers. Yeah.
Bro was coming in and out of his breaks. I mean, the fluidity in his
he looks smooth, man.
And you know, another bonus point for him, bro. He stayed down with his school.
Yep.
To me, that says something. And I'm not knocking anybody, but like when Boston College did last year, all the big schools would offer him a bag.
Yeah.
A bag.
And he stuck it out.
And he said, you know what? To me, that means a lot to me.
Yeah.
Like if it was a tie between him and another receiver, and I had him even on the board, that might be a little enough to nudge it.
Yeah, I like that, man. It was funny as Boston College has a lot of sneaky players.
That running back for the Packers come from Boston College?
Jones?
Yeah.
No. Wait. Talking about
Aaron Jones or what's his name?
No, Aaron Jones. He's talking about the big legs. Big legs.
Yeah.
Big legs. What's his name? Running back. Damn, I'm drawing a blank right now. Huge legs, bro. Matt Ryan's from Boston College.
Hey, but did y'all see that thing a long time ago? They was like, Matt Ryan is the most handsome man in America. Like they did.
AJ Dillon.
Face.
AJ
Dillon. My bad. They said like Matt Ryan's face, something about like the symmetrics of it. They said he was the most handsome guy in the world. Like this was like years ago, and that was randomly. Somebody said pause. No, I was just like, that's crazy. Like he's a handsome guy, but like I didn't think he was like, you know, most handsome guy in the world.
Well, we've seen this year in the year George Clooney wins most attractive guy in the world, and all that other shit, man. Come on, man.
I just need to. Based on this, I just need Jalen Hurts to go ahead on and win that award, and then it's like both hours. We just keep
Hey, stunt double,
hey,
Paul.
They better not let. Hey, I'm telling y'all. I told you I was at the combine walking around. People thought they like thinking I was a big receiver. You know, I'm 6'2", 194 now. You know, I was walking around the combine looking like a ball player.
This is facts.
Yo.
Shout out to Chris with the pause-worthy shit.
Oh God,
Bro, he said wasted his handsome with my picture as his default picture.
Whoa! Hey,
pause.
hey,
with that, we got to get the hell out of here,
love
bro.
Love is love. Hey, y'all not canceling me. Love is love.
Yeah, love is love, man.
Shout out to everybody here in the building, man. Make sure you guys wipe them feet. Hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channels yet, hit that subscribe button. On the way out, my brother Paul, let everybody know where they can follow you at and reach out to you if they have some questions about anything from HBCU to potentially wanting to become an agent eventually, law, whatever. How can they get a hold of you?
Yeah, I played football. I'm going to tell y'all how my football career ended next show. But yeah, I played football. I was a receiver. I mean, I ain't had the best stats or nothing. It's all good. We get to that, but I played the sport. Yes, I did. Yeah. All right, but anyway, I'm at the Agent Paul on Instagram or at Paul Derousselle, my full name. The Agent Paul is more so transitioning to gonna be my main page. I just got a bunch of followers from my old page. I'm just kind of trying to make
moving over, transitioning them over.
Yeah. At the Agent Paul, my Facebook is my Facebook. I can't accept no more Facebook friends because I didn't reach my maximum. But yeah, man, I'm always willing to talk to people within reason. You know, when I'm not super busy, you know, I try to be the people's agent. You know, I try to have those conversations because even in having a conversation, you feel like you're getting better. No matter what you do, and you never know. Somebody in these comments might got a nephew that's in 7th grade. I'm gonna be doing this for about another 20 years. So, but I'm available on all those forums, man, and hopefully I can find a way to stream the HBCU thing I'm doing in New York. Wasted. We got a link for sure.
Yes,
Take it down there to Harlem Hookah, my guy Steve Bowen's spot. We got to pull up to the Harlem Hookah. Hang out, man. I'm looking forward to everything that's coming, and I just want to thank you guys again, man. Just every time it always means a lot, you know, to get to talk ball and y'all to think enough of me to talk to me.
Man, we love you, bro. You know that. And let me know. You said Monday's your year. If you are free, let me know, man. I would love to. You said Monday. Is it this month?
Tuesday, as in like tomorrow, like Tuesday. A year of no drinking, bro. Like,
are you going to be in town Tuesday?
Yeah, I should be.
I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna come scoop you up. Let's go eat.
Hey, and the spot is kind of on the way from your house. So you would have to pass me to get if you want to go to that spot.
Bullshit. We can meet. I can scoop you. Whatever. Don't even matter, bro. You know what I mean? We'll get it in, man. I want to definitely get some crawfish. I want to bring some home for Tiff too because she needs to lock in on that. You know what I mean?
Bro, I can't.
So, shout out to everybody, man. We appreciate you guys as always, man. Once again, shout out to our brother Paul. Great things in the works. Great spirit, great human being, man. I'm telling you now, bro. We're gonna continue to pray for you. Everybody in the comment section, man. Make sure you put an extra prayer in for our brother. He has big things in the works, and he needs all prayers possible, man. Once again, bro, you know how we feel about you. We believe in you, and we know that everything great is gonna come your way because you work for it. But not only that, because you're a great soul. And I believe, man, that still to this day, in today's age, even how crazy it is, good things happen to good people, man. So, you know, keep that mentality you got, my brother. And we know that I'm telling you, good things are coming your way. Once again, shout out to the chat. We appreciate you guys so much for a great show. I'll be back tomorrow with the Free Agent Frenzy show at 10:45 Central in the morning. Coffee and Convo. I'll be live probably for 5 hours tomorrow. I'm covering everything.
Hey, and time out. What's bro name before we go? What's bro name? Who house we went to before the Kevin Hart concert?
Oh, Mitch.
Do you remember when he was talking about that DeForest Buckner number and how he was saying nobody? Remember that?
Yep.
DeForest.
Those who don't know, he's talking about Mitchell Renz, y'all. I took Paul to Mitch house.
So you remember when he was saying 21 million average annual value, and I told him, bro, several defensive tackles are going to get over 21 million.
Yeah.
Do you remember that today? Deron Payne just got 22.5.
Yep.
And do you realize that DeForest Buckner got 4 years, 84.52 guaranteed? Today, bro got 4 years, 90, 22.5. That's all. I just, I understand. Like, when I'm right, I'm right.
You know what? We're gonna get Mitch on the show, and we're gonna have that talk.
Because
I Mitch love the hell out of you too.
I love Mitch to death, but he gonna stop playing and acting like defensive.
I remember because we were on his ass about that. We were like, come on, bro, you tripping? He was like, nah, I really feel like that's gonna happen.
I said, first of all, if you inflate that number for today's salary cap, he would today be making 24.7.
Yeah. Like
that deal 4 years ago is not yesterday's price, is not today's price.
Yeah. I love that you brought that up because I'm about to call Mitch. And I'm
just saying, I don't know why everybody's so surprised that Deron Payne got almost 23 when the number 21 was the salary cap was at 170 when that happened.
Yeah.
Today's salary cap is 225.
Progression, bro. That's the way it's structured.
It's math. It's math and it's Joel Siegel, baby. I'm gonna give him his flowers. Bro is probably the best agent in the game right now when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Right now.
I love it. I love it. Shout out to our brother Paul. We outro, you guys. Have a blessed night. See you tomorrow for the free agency show, y'all.
For sure. Y'all be easy.
Playing the Raiders.